Well, good rainy morning to all of you out there in YouTube land. BC 65925 here. On a vacation morning. Getting ready to fire up my forge. Thought I'd introduce you folks to my new forge. It's a Buffalo forge. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. And a Champion 400 blower. Supposedly the Cadillac of blowers. And it moves a lot of volume and air. Now I don't know what the manufacture date is on this forge, and there's a number up there that I can't really read. I can make out the last 405 that's on it, but that's about it. That's just about it. But the patent date on this forge is 1901. Made by the Champion Forge Blower and Forge Company of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Patented April 15th of 1902, June 11th and July 30th of 1901. So there is a 1901 date on there, but so let's get this thing fired up and see what we can do. Got some coke here from yesterday's fire. Got the clinker corner. Some nice formations of clinker. Do a little test here. Now, this is green coal. Hear that? This is coke. It's kind of got a styrofoam texture to it. There's a clinker right there. Listen to this. That's why they're called clinkers. It's all the impurities. Well, let's see if we can get a fire going here this morning. Two pieces of the Hendricks County News. Give it a light breeze. Put some of yesterday's coke down in there on it. I don't have a Suburban Rider here to help me make my fire. So I'll just have to do the best I can. So let's see about making a set of tongs here today. I smell coal burning. That smoke right around there, right here, that's coal. That's coal smoke. Get this green stuff up around the edge of the fire here so I can get that coking up. We've got a fire. This blower definitely moves a lot of volume of air. Doesn't take a whole lot of cranking to get a fire hot. It's been storming here. Storms come through last night, all morning this morning. I think maybe it might start getting ready to lighten up a little bit. We definitely have a fire. Get a little more quench bucket water. Been a lot of rain here. It's kind of got the gardening looking like a jungle. But the Tabasco peppers right there certainly are liking it, looking healthy. Wet down this green coal so it doesn't burn up. Just want the impurities to burn out of it, and turn to coke and not burn up. And that is a pretty nice fire. So let's stick some iron in. I need to get my prop. Pay attention to how long it takes that cold piece of steel to get hot on the end. I was making some drink holders yesterday. Had the first one just about made, and I turned my back on it just a little bit too long and I burnt it off. Right there. Burnt it off. Now my old forge, I never had really paid a lot of attention to what it was, but that is a Champion blower on my old forge. It's a Champion 40. Look at that, that's hot. Red hot already. Ugh. I'm going to give you a close-up look at what you can do with an anvil and a hammer and a forge. Now this round bar I just turned into a rectangular stock there, and look at how nice and smooth that is. That's just with the hammer, nothing else. It's just plain satisfaction to be able to do something like that. So I'm just going to do a whole bunch more of the same things. I'll turn you all off and bring you back when I do something different. How about that? Okay, I've got a fair little bit of that drawn out there on the end as a rectangle. Now I just put that over the edge of the anvil and put a mark in it at 1 inch from the end, and then 2 inches down from that. Now I'll draw that down in between there. Okay, I've got the front end of that defined about the way I want. Now I need to come back here and define the boss area. So that is one daggone hot fire, I'm telling you. So, on the opposite side, come back about an inch. From that, which is about right there. And take that down like that. Well, that's pretty much what I was going for on that. I know it doesn't look like much now, but we'll see when we get done. Now I need to cut this off back here. I can weld on a smaller piece of rod and draw it down instead of drawing down this big thick stuff for the reins. So let's see if we can make another one of them just like that one. Okay, I've made those two reins. Pretty much mirrored images of each other. Cut them off 2 inches from the boss, and then I cut 2 8-inch pieces. 2 8-inch pieces of this rod here. And welded those on there, and yes, I did cheat. I used the wire welder. I didn't forge weld them. I'm too new at this to trust my forge welds on my tools. And now I'm drawing those reins out a little bit to match the ends. And you draw them out square. Then make an octagon out of them. This is less stress on the metal to do it this way, instead of just rotating them and making them round. And that'll just about do that. Now, like I said, there was 2 inches of rain on the tong and 8 inches of that round stock. Let me get a measurement on that stock. It's 3/8, which was 10, so now it's 12. So I've drawn that out 2 inches, just making that rein a little bit smaller. And it's welded right in there. If you can gob that weld up pretty big and hammer it down to where it just disappears. I've heard it said that you forge them hot and dress them out warm.
I think she's good. Because I think she's a hostess. I obviously think that too. I really think that can be exposed. A hostess. Kind of like a harpy. It's just a nice word. It's a dictionary. It's a dictionary thing, yeah. I just think that she can be exposed. It's just that the way that she has been crafted in our media is as this wonderful woman that's done lots of things, and she hasn't done just lots. And so I think that once it starts coming out, we just need to be more on the offensive from a media perspective. The GOP does. They need to start taking this apart. We're not doing that. We need to start doing that. We need to start being on the offensive more from a PR perspective and taking her record apart, which is not so different.
It's interesting to see that there's a CNN story out there that the RNC is for them, when you do a Chris Christie story,
We need to do that.
somebody has got to try to mix it up with the girl. She is capable of melting down. And that being one of those Coke bottle glasses and shrieking with Bill was home in Washington and was throwing things at the TVs because he couldn't believe she did. he just chewed her up to figure out.
Takes good planning, like you'll find at the mutual fund store. They listen to your goals, build a plan for you, and then work hard to make sure you can keep loading up the little people, loading up on beef jerky, and hitting the open road throughout your retirement. Let the mutual fund store put your lifestyle pool up with a custom retirement plan. Call your local investment advisor or find out more by visiting mutualfundstore.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Barnes with the Mutual Fund Store in Greater Indianapolis. Call me at 317-579-0700 or visit mutualfundstore.com and let's talk about your financial goals today.
Mr. Brady, 2 American Ebola patients are out of the hospital.
Medical care coordinator is confident that the discharge from the hospital of both of these patients poses no public health threat.
The infectious disease chief at the hospital where it's emotional for the doctor just discharged. Fox News Video's Evan Brown is more live.
Lisa, Dr. Ted Brantley was working with missionary group Samaritan's Purse in Liberia, trying to contain the Ebola outbreak. Today he's recovering and being held in the hospital after special isolation.
Today is a miraculous day. I'm thrilled to be alive.
Well, that's where I'm going to stop today. I'm going to let those cool off El Natural. Then I'll put a rivet in there, and then I'll work on lining those up so they're a little bit better, closer together, on the same plane, all that good stuff. But they're certainly not perfect, but I think they'll do. I think they'll do. Of course, I don't have machines to punch them out like those big time blacksmith supply companies who charge about $45 for a pair of those tongs like that. So I got the coal all stirred up out of the fire, letting it cool off. It goes out pretty quick once you pull it up out of there. Spread it out a little bit. So I'll upload this video and go in and get me a drink of water. It is hot. Believe it or not, it is hot. Certainly isn't getting any cooler, that's for sure.